Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, mercy, and safety to all of the Akim on the highways and byways, preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and a healthy shalom to the elect. My name is Rawai, and I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right. Quick lesson going into the confusion that engulfs this place, the confusion that engulfs America, Babylon the Great. Here is just another quick example of the state of deep sleep that so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans are in. And I just want to go into it through the Spirit. Not to make this so much about Eve, but, you know, but still, yeah, right? Because the larger focus, the larger point is so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. They are, heavily into idol worship, and the scriptures go into worshiping false gods. Let me try to I got a couple precepts lined up, but let me find one. So like, give me 1 second, just to start this lesson off. I read this. This is I'll read is Exodus 20:3. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." All right, that's Exodus 20:3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans worship everything under the sun. They worship the sun. They worship brick walls. They worship wood and stone, as the scriptures say don't do. They worship science. They worship men, right? These false prophets who are set up. Our people are heavily into idol worship as well. Nobody more than the Latin tribes. But the point is, our people historically, and at this point, it's something that's just a norm. They are heavily into this Muslim religion. All right, they're heavily into Muslim religion, which, let's just point out a state, a place like a Philadelphia is one of the main places in America, and just making a point where you got Jake out there, growing their beards. They're all Muslims, and so-called Muslims. They're just doing the most, and that's a culture down there in Philadelphia. But what I know to be true is that those niggas are fucking demons. All right, a lot of them are in the street. A lot of them, they don't honor nothing religious. They don't honor nothing righteous. It's just a front. They're not really into the shit. You just grow up in a culture, and all right, a Muslim, but they don't abide by nothing that's righteous, right? They kill each other. They sell drugs. They're just fucking niggas, man. Right, but really quick on the screen, and Slack it before I go there. it's a thing where it's just like a fad. It's a fad. You see people, they wear the long garbs, they put the head wraps like they're Muslims. They travel to Dubai, they take pictures, they travel to these fucking places and take. Jake just fucking play too much, and Jake is not serious about nothing. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, ain't fucking playing with people. All right. He is knocking shit down. He's gonna continue to knock you niggas down, you niggas and you women. You dudes and you women for fucking just fucking around, worshiping false gods. Now on the screen you see Brittany Reiner. She's a very, very well known woman. She's a absolute fucking whore. Let me try to get her origin real quick. She has a baby by popular basketball player, PJ Washington, I think. But this chick, Brittany Reiner, she's been passed around like a blunt, in a cipher with 2/3. She's been passed around the industry. She's been with a lot of different dudes. Pretty young still, right? 33 years old. But she's an absolute bug out. All right. Good looking, decent looking chick. She was recently dating. She got the baby by PJ Washington, an NBA basketball player. This chick has appeared on all of the shows, Basketball Wives, all of that shit. And she's pretty popular. She's a podcaster, whatever. Passed around the entertainment industry like I said, no other. She was just with the rapper Kevin Gates, where she was Muslim, as you see here on the screen. She confessed to be a Muslim. This is maybe all in the span of 6 months. Confessed to be a Muslim. She's changing her life. She's praying to Allah. You look at her IG page, you'll probably see these pictures up. And just confusion, just absolute confusion. 6 months later, she's not with the dude that she was just with, Kevin Gates. And now it says here, Brittany Reiner is now a devoted born-again Christian and prays with her new boyfriend at the start of every podcast episode. So the confusion that we're seeing on the planet Earth and the lack of respect and the lack of seriousness that our people have is baffling. And the Lord and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is, all these things are being recorded, and the Lord sees all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's people like her, these fucking women, who play with this shit like it's a fucking game. One of the comments, let me see if I can find it. Somebody was going into she getting passed around the religious world or some shit like that. And this shit really ain't a game, man. It's really not a game. Let me just play this real quick.
Want to add? Okay. God, please guide our voices. Let nothing that we've been through be in vain, and that whoever needs to hear whatever needs to be shared through us, through the wisdom that you've gifted us, please use us, speak through us, and may our voices, may this video reach the people that need it the most. You know our intentions, cleanse our hearts, purify whatever feelings that are coming up so we can convey whatever messages you would like to use through us. Protect us through this process and just guide us. Want to add?
Yeah, so these two pictures are less than 6 months apart. And it's just confusion, man. That's really all it is. Clearly, she's the born again Christian, so she's calling on Jesus. All right, she's calling on Jesus. That's really, what's happening. So the bitch is she's still lost. She's still in a sunken place. All right. Now one would say, oh, okay, she's bouncing around, and then maybe she'll run into the truth. No, she won't. No, she won't. She won't. That's really between her and Yahweh Shema Shah, but more times than not, she won't. All right. She got a new dude. He's a so-called Christian, and they're just fucking through. And they're more times than not, they're gonna stay through. Let me read this precept real quick. This is Proverbs 9:13. It reads, "A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing." All right. So this chick again has been passed around through the entertainment industry. All right. Now she's going around, you know, getting pimped, in the religious world. All right. Just hopping on every Tom, Dick, and Harry, doing whatever's popular at the moment. All right. And this is Babylon the Great. This is the confusion in the minds of that's a confusion. It shows where the minds of the people is. Okay, it shows where their minds are at. They're just gone, man. They have no footing, no grounding in nothing. And, again, just another sign we're at the end as well. Because, again, one would say, all right, let the chick, she's seeking the Lord. And hey, may that be true. May that be true. But no, bro. In the same breath, it's like, no, these people don't take this shit serious. All right? They don't take it serious. All right? And we ain't about to play with these fucking people. Hey, the Lord ain't playing with them, and we ain't fucking playing. We gonna let them know, get your shit right. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, okay? Under the true doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai, or the Lord's gonna fucking kill you, man. All right? Let me bring this out. This is Romans 10:2. It says, "For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge." Okay? They have a zeal. Our people have a zeal. The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have a zeal, a want to seek God, right? To connect with our power, right? But not according to knowledge, okay? And just to be fair, many of us, sought out certain religions. We all got that zeal, right? We sought out particular things, particular religions. We tried our hand in different things, and Yahweh Shema Shai has brought us to the truth of His word, okay? The law, statutes, and commandments in its fullness, in its truth, the scriptures, the precepts, the breakdowns, all right, in its truth. We've been brought through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, so we all had to have the zeal and were seeking, okay? And those of us who were in this ministry and the believers of the true doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai, we've been granted access, all right, to the truth in the true names, all right? But everybody doesn't get that, and everybody doesn't have that, all right? For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So Brittany Reiner, this chick, very, very popular woman, right? She has a zeal. Clearly she has a zeal, because we all do, but not according to knowledge, all right? And it seems as if she's playing with this shit, right? She does this every time before her podcast, whatever. She could be sincere. But right now, at the moment, she's sincerely wrong. Okay? She is sincerely wrong. Okay? And only her and Yahweh Bashim Shah knows if she's playing. And you know, there's a penalty for that. You're playing with the Lord. All right, in the word of the Lord. All right. Get another precept. All right. See what I got. Yeah. This is 2 Timothy 4:3. It says, "For the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables." So, as popular as this woman is, she definitely heard the truth. Okay? She's definitely heard the truth. Okay? Like I said, this woman has been passed around the industry. All right? She's been passed around again, like you know, like a blunt amongst the 2/3. She's been passed around. All right? And for whatever reason, I mean, it's the Lord. You know, she ain't hearken. All right. You know, the majority of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they look for something. They look for something spiritual that they can still do what they want. They can come and go as they please. Right? There's no true structure. All right, no true discipline, and Christianity is the perfect religion for that. You could do and say and live however the fuck you want to live. All right. But she more times than not heard the truth, or the dude that she's with. All right. But they didn't hearken. You know? They looked to, and majority of the people look to self-satisfy themselves and what feels right. All right. It says, "And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables." Right. So when they hear this truth, they not. Now we know Brittany Griner. She never claimed to be an Israelite. She never was in the truth, right? But her dude, people around her, people know about this truth, man. All right. But they turn their eyes, they turn their hearts away from it. All right. And like I said, yeah, this lesson is about Brittany Griner on the screen, but it's a bigger memo going out. All right. Our people are not serious enough. Okay. Everything is a fucking joke. Our people are about money, fame, clout, all right, and attention. You know, fucking attention whores. All right. 2 Corinthians 4:3 says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost." Right. This bitch is clearly lost. All right. She's gone. She's lost. The dude she's with, that's her man. He's lost. All right. She was lost when she had her face covered up like that, and she was with Kevin Gates. Again, maybe she's sincerely seeking, but as the precept reads, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost." And that's all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. He put the blinders on these fucking people. All right? The Lord blinded the minds of the people. All right? And this is the confusion that exists in Babylon the Great. All right? And Eve, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American women, they are easily persuaded, okay, to join some shit, to believe in some shit. Let's see what happens 6 months from now when she's not with this guy no more. All right? Let's see what happens. Let's see what the Lord got in store for her. All right, calling on JC. Calling on Jesus Christ. All right? So that's it, man. I don't want to drag it. Just wanted to bring this out. Our people are truly in a state of confusion. All right. And this is what America produces. America produces confusion and uncertainty. And you can do whatever you want to do. No structure, no order, no guidance. Okay? That's the Lord. All right? The Lord, Slakia, that's what America produces, but the Lord is the author of it. Okay? The Lord blinds the mind of the people. Okay? That he don't want. All right? Scriptures say, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. If the Lord don't want you, that's a fearful thing. All right? Got you all confused. Every 6 months you turn into a new religion. You're just out here through. All right? Hey, but the Lord don't want everybody. All right, that's the so-called Black, Latino, or Native American. Scriptures say, all Israel ain't of it. All Israel ain't of Israel. I'm paraphrasing. All right. So just because you're an Israelite don't mean the Lord is with you. Ultimately, you'll come back in the kingdom. You'll be fine. But on this side, Yahweh Bashim Ravashah is only about the elect. All right. So that's it, man. Just wanted to bring this out. America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, the land of confusion, more confusion. That's what I'll probably title this lesson. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. If you get anything from this lesson, please know and understand the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The name of his only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. Those are the names you call on now and in that dreadful day. Shalom.